Hello, world, how are you? We have some Q&A to do. I hope you're doing fine, 'cause it's Q&A time again. Hello, world, how's it going? Hope you guys are all doing well. If not, as always, hope it gets better for you. So welcome to another Friday Night Live Q&A, where you can ask me, your boy, LRB, questions on keeping freshwater aquariums, whether it be shrimp, fish, plants, anything to do with freshwater aquariums. I'm here for you on Friday nights at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And hello, all you amazing people. Glad to see you all in the chat. Some very good friends have been watching for some time, and also some members. Glad to see you in here. So just as people roll through here, I guess there is some good news for this live stream. Sarah got the LTE extender for our Verizon to work, so here later on we should be able to go into the other side of the fish room. I'm gonna grab a chair here real quick. Even though I guess we should just be looking at the barbs. We'll do that here in a second. But hello, 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 hello. Craig Broderick says, what's your drink tonight? Can't do a water. So I'm just drinking Coca-Cola. Back drinking that pop. It's just so sugary and sweet. It's hard to resist. You know? And you only live once, so you gotta taste life here and there. Can't always just drink water. Doo-doo-doo. Sorry you missed the song there, Dustin. I tried my best. Tried pretty good tonight. All right, let's go look at this. So no questions yet. That's good. Been pretty crazy around here lately. Got the house stabilized. They weren't able to lift it. The house was too heavy. I have no idea why the house was too heavy to lift. I guess they had it at 6,000 PSI, still could not lift the house. And yeah. But it's stabilized now. I can keep moving on. The yard's absolutely destroyed, but it's okay. I gotta do a lot of work on it anyways. Jessica Hussey says, still having a bacteria bloom and established. I bought the shark internal filter. I know you don't do filters, but have you seen or heard about it? So I have not heard of the shark internal filter, but as far as filters and filtrations, if you're using carbon, let's go into the other room. If you're using, actually no, I got something to talk about in here. That's why I'm in here. But if you're using a regular filter, you've got some carbon in there, that will help clarify your water, especially with bacteria blooms. So if you are using a filter, it's a little harder to do with no filter, but with the filter, yeah, you can do it with some carbon. And I have messed with filters. I've spent a lot of time with filters, and that's how I know I don't really need a filter, because I've already been there, I've done that. But what I want to share with you guys before I leave here in the garage is the fact that this won't be like this. Hopefully by next Friday, this is all going to be different. This is all going to be different. And I'm super excited about that. Got the reef coming over on next Friday, so we'll see how the timing goes with the Q&A. Should be done before Q&A, because I mean it will be 9:30, and hopefully we'll get started at noon. But hopefully by next Friday, this whole garage will actually look different. So all this is going to be different. We'll get the 240 on the side. I've got to get all that substrate out of there. I've got to move all that stuff. Oh, once again, you guys, last chance for a corkscrew valve before I destroy its tank. So this tank right here, corkscrew valve, absolutely full of some beautiful corkscrew valve. 75 gallons high tall. And last chance to get it, $1 per crown. So it's cheap. Got it on sale, lrbaquatics.com. Now's your last chance to grab that before I tear that all down. But that's the mission for this weekend, really. And I've also been building platforms Flip you guys over here in the midst of building platforms right now. But I guess I'm gonna walk slow through here, but we should be able to get down the hallway. Yes, Bubby?
You are on live chat.
I am on live chat. Oh, thanks for reminding me. Wesley reminded me that I'm on top chat and need to get on live chat. Thank you, Wesley. Such a smart boy. This is why we come in here, though. Look at these guys. Oh my God, look at these guys. These guys are absolutely amazing. Ken Edwards of Danikin Aquatics was over here this week as well. So I had to clean this up for him. Lars K, my brother, thank you so much for a $3 super chat. Throwing up the thumbs up super sticker. Appreciate you, Lars K. Oh, we got a special cameo from Wesley. How's it going, bro?
Good.
Been a while since I seen you on here.
Yeah.
Still full of energy, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He's been having a good old time. Him and I were actually playing Need for Speed before I got on here.
Yeah.
Weren't we? Was that fun?
Yep.
Yep, no limit. Wesley's a higher level than me, though. But Candy Overhauls, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Throwing the heart and the telling me to live chat. Well, thank you, Candy. I don't know what I'd do without you. You definitely are a big, big, big help and very much appreciated. Oh, you look very good next to your fish there, Wesley. But thank you, Candy. Appreciate your help. Aquatic Ma, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Howdy, howdy, she says. Well, howdy to you, Aquatic Ma. Always a pleasure and always great to see you in here. And hope all's going well. Whoa, whoa, you're really bouncy. You're going to make people dizzy. That is really bouncy. How do you manage that? How do you manage all that bounciness?
Because I'm so bouncy.
Because you're so bouncy. Well, I guess that makes sense, huh? All right, hold up, buddy. There you go. You don't want to bounce your brains out. People like watching the fish. Was that hard to watch, you guys watching him bounce? I don't know. Boing, 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 boing. He's got some hops, though, I tell you what. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I could only have, like, just a bit of that energy. Like, what he expels in 5 minutes is what I carry out through about the day. Hey, whoa. You got some energy you can help us with?
Not now.
Okay. You're just hogging up the camera now. Now people don't want to see up your nose. They're here for me to answer their questions. So here, scroll on here. We got to find some questions.
Well, Mommy said something.
Mommy said something? I haven't seen much for questions here. Haram Santiago says, Lucas, will Shelly's or little cichlids eat my shrimp? Yes, definitely. They will eat your shrimp. Anything that can predate or fit them shrimp in their mouth will, for sure. And Maria Z, always great to see you in here. Throwing down the $5 super chat, says, because Wesley is bouncy. All right, you got a $5 super chat because you're bouncy.
Boom! Yeah,
Woo, woo. Can you tell Maria thank you?
Can you do it?
You just say thank you, Maria.
Thank you, Maria.
All right. She heard you. See, all these people can hear us right now on here.
Oh.
Brett Bland said, how do you feel about refugiums on a freshwater system? I say, hey, why not? That's kind of like having a sump on a freshwater system. So it's nothing but an extra tank somewhere that you could put aquatic stuff. Now you're hitting the camera, Bubby. We don't want to hit up the camera and shake it around.
Sorry.
It's okay. But you could actually do some live foods in there. Maybe some Daphnia, some Cyclops, other stuff, green water. And also use it as a food source too. Grow blackworms in there. All kinds of stuff. Jessica Hussey, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says, thank you. Have a box ready for you sending next week. Ooh, that's exciting. Nice. I love surprises. Are you going to make it?
In slow-mo.
Oh, slow-mo. But Jessica, thank you so much for the support. And I will be looking for it. Now, fast mode. CH Aquatic says, hi, LRB. Bought some shop lights, and they're too bright for my 10-gallon rack, causing algae. Dimmers cause the LEDs to short. Suggestions. So, I don't know how much space you have. What I did for mine, instead of having the lights directly on top of the tanks, I raised them up, which helped me a lot. And if you can tell, I need to get my water topped off, water changes done. We actually use that water to ship out, so it always gets fresh, clean water every week. Hello, Wesley. Yes, everybody sees your hand. You got something to say?
I love you.
Oh, I love you too, buddy. Mopar Fanboy says, cherry shrimp is taking over my 20-gallon. What's the best setup to manage population? Really, they're kind of like shrimp, where they'll go to this, through this boom of too many shrimp. I will. And once they go through that boom, like snails will, they'll kind of figure out their population. Just be careful, because eventually they'll go too much and it can die. It could create a die-off, and then that'll cause bacterial problems. So you'll need to make sure you're doing your water changes, all that kind of stuff, if it does happen. Or if you want to do is introduce like a predator, something like a platy or swordtails, barbs, tetras, pretty much any sort of fish can help manage that population if you don't want to do it that way.
But I'm not ready to play yet.
What's your most interesting shrimp breeding project right now? So right now I'm not doing a whole lot with the breeding of new genetics for shrimp besides what's in my coal tanks. So I do have some things working out in my coal shrimp tanks. But besides that, nothing really specific. I am working on upgrading my guest bedroom over here. Eventually, over time, this will all become a shrimp room and just focus all on shrimp. Biggest problem with my fish room lately is just unorganization, because I just kind of built it out of need. But now that I understand more of what I need to be doing with my space, I can better start getting to that. What's this? Gangstar says, will no substrate QT tank help deal with ick outbreak? Guppies from Total Pet have ick. Already raised temp and added a bit of aquarium salt. Plants in tank as well as charcoal removed from filter. So yeah, having no substrate will definitely help with containing an ick outbreak and defeating them. Just remember, it's a 28-day cycle. So the eggs will cycle from adults for 28 days. I like to use Ruby Reef Kick Ick. Some people just raise the temperature. That works well, because I guess it can't live past 86, I believe. And should be able to kill them. And if you don't have substrate, then they can't hide in the substrate. Sometimes if it's a deeper aquarium, it could be higher temps up here, but lower temps down there. But besides that, as long as you're high enough over 86, then it doesn't matter as much. But yeah, definitely sounds like you're on the right path. Fishroom Fever, thank you so much for the 99-cent super chat. What's the cons of having soil substrate with shrimp? The only thing I would say would be an issue is them just clouding up the water. So just like this sand, they can kick stuff up into the substrate or into the water column, and then bacteria can start feeding off that, or it can just start clouding it up a bit. Big reason why these are cloudy is just the fact I haven't gotten the water changes. I need to. Food and whatnot. Look at all these babies though. Tons of little babies. Tons and tons. That's the B team right there. That's the B team. All right. Wesley's over there debating with his mother. All right, flip you guys over for a little bit. Ty Horton, thank you, brother, for a $10 super chat. Always great to see you in here, brother. Says, hey, Lucas, what's your thoughts on deep sand beds for nitrates or deep substrate for plants in general? So The good thing about deep substrates is the fact that it holds a lot of beneficial bacteria, so that beneficial bacteria will help denitrify your nitrates and everything. So, will the plants. So, I mean, more space you have for plants to root, the better off you'll be. Yep. Gotta give them roots places to grow, huh? A lot of us are actually bonsaiing our plants and don't even realize it. Which bonsaiing is just growing something in a shallow container, pretty much. That's the definition of it. But yeah, definitely good for your nitrates. So thank you, Ty. I appreciate your support, brother. How's your tank been going, Wesley? You fed your tank today, didn't you? Yeah, you fed some other fish too. Did you enjoy it? Whoa, you're so bouncy. Okay, just because you were bouncy earlier and somebody super chatted you doesn't mean you have to be bouncy always, you know that? Oh. You're not a one pony show, are you? Or one, yeah. You don't only know one trick, do you?
Daddy.
What?
Is it almost over?
No, we still got like 45 minutes, bro. Kim Cunningham says, have you ever grown Infusoria to feed your fry? How do you start a growth? Here you go, bud. Go see what your mom's doing, please. Yum. Hey now. But anyways, Infusoria, yes. I actually grow a lot of it within these shrimp tanks. Paramecium, all kinds of tiny little cyclops and little daphnias. Wesley, can you hold up, bub? Here you can see some of the seed shrimp, some of the tiny little things. And what I'll do is I'll put fry in some of these tanks and they'll eat all those little microorganisms. And yeah, so no filter, no filtration. Seed or shrimp tanks are great for creating that sort of ecosystem. Because when you have filtration, that'll filter out a lot of those little tiny critters that a lot of us don't know what are and often freak out about when we do see them, which they're actually harmless and can be great fry food. What do you think, bub? Good. There, you want to see again? You want back up here? You gonna behave?
Yeah.
All right. And let's see, what's that we got here? Another super chat. Juan Jose Montero, thank you so much for the 1,000 CRCs. Says cool. Wesley says cool back. Thank you, Juan. We appreciate you, brother. And Candy, thank you so much for putting your links. Oh, Wesley throwing the thumbs up, up, down, up. All right, let's see. Seed shrimp are essential in shrimp tanks, in my opinion. Yeah, I could say so. They help filter the water some. They definitely can be unsightly to some people. I don't mind them. Ugh. You goose. But fish will eat them, especially guppies and stuff. If I ever have like a big issue with it, then I'll just use guppies. That sounded funny. You little goose. There's your guppies. Alright, let's not do that though, because that kind of hurts my throat, and I ain't trying to make my throat all rough feeling. Woo. Okay, Bubby. You want somebody waving their hands in your face all the time? Do you enjoy that? Chris Trapp says, when breeding fire reds or what traits do you look for? So really, more solid of the body, more red you can get. Solid red, solid legs, preferably of red. Not always possible, but yeah, the more red, the better. Deeper the red, the better. But thank you so much, Chris, for all your orders lately. They've been great, and we appreciate your support. And Aquatic Ma, throw another $5 super chat. Thank you, Aquatic Ma. We appreciate you. She's laughing at you. Well, at least Aquatic Maw thinks you're funny. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
I told you one day I'll show you how to edit videos. You can always start your own gaming channel, Wesley. Wesley plays a lot of games these days, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Ron Harriman says, "Hi Lucas, I removed a bunch of plants from my 39-gallon and the water has become cloudy. What's up with that?" So there was probably a bacteria imbalance. So usually if there's a bacteria imbalance, then they can die off in the water, and if you don't do your water changes, then they just kind of suspend in the air. Now if you are doing your water changes, should help with it, but if it doesn't, then that's telling you that it's a bacteria bloom that's actually feeding off of whatever was removed, and then your plants aren't feeding off of that. Very neat. Air plant. Wesley wanted to share this with you guys.
Yep.
These are actually great for the hobby too. When you have like driftwood hanging out, you can put those air plants on. Yep. But they do make some conditioners that can help with those bacteria blooms. I don't usually recommend them or use them. I usually do smaller water changes. If it is that bacteria bloom that likes to eat off of whatever nutrients it is, I'm not exactly sure what it eats off of, then it is good to do more frequent but smaller water changes over big heavy water changes. That way your beneficial bacteria can help build up and balance out all that other bacteria. Yeah, is that mommy sending that stuff? They're not that in it. They're here for fish, bro. They're here for fish, not knickknacks.
But I like them.
I know you like them, but not everybody does. Well, I guess you'll give them something extra to see, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Justin Campbell, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, Justin. Says, fire red's dying off. Tap water parameters look good. My best guess is I'm changing too much water based on the forum searches. Why would that be? So, well, you already pretty much know what you're doing wrong. If you're doing too many water changes, too much, what's happening is the fact that is when we do our water changes, especially big water changes, all this water has to recycle. Say if I take it from down to here, all this new water has to recycle, which means all that biofilm, all that bacteria, all has to go within this volume. So you're diluting it to a certain amount. Same reason why big water changes don't help with bacteria blooms is because if you drop it so low and you dilute it down here, then it has all this fresh water to bloom and to feed into. I see it, Wesley. How can I not see that? You think my eye's gonna eat it or something?
No.
Like trying to feed that to my eye?
No.
But if you got a bunch of bacteria bloom down here, then you add all that water, and it starts feeding off. But if you do smaller, more frequent water changes, then it can eat, but at the same time, the plants can grow out, and then the slow water change and beneficial bacteria that gets within the water column and makes that mature, healthy water that is all full of life and goodness and the essence of Mother Nature that hasn't been stripped and sterilized, then you'll have a lot better chance at keeping your fish, keeping your shrimp, beating those blooms, and also, yeah, having a more mature, healthy, natural aquarium. So I hope that helps with you. So smaller water changes are better for shrimp, especially if you're into that problem. So, but Justin, thank you so much for the super chat and the support. And Rob Jovic, thank you so much for becoming a member. I hope I said that last name right. One Dirty Platy says, how about that tank temperature question from this morning? Question from this morning. I don't know what question. Oh, it might have been the one I might have did my comments. I do so much through the day, so it's hard to remember all the comments I answer. Bro, why are you doing it again? That doesn't make sense. I love you too, but you're just trying to pester now. I see a rainbow. Very pretty. Why are you showing me? Show them. But if you can, One Dirty Platy, repeat that question or exactly what you're looking for. It's me trying to revert my brain back into its data files. It's not always the easiest to go do a 180. Herbert Hill says, Lucas, I bought a tiny bit of guppy grass and now have about 100 gallons worth. LOL. Thanks, dude. Well, you're welcome. Glad it's growing good for you. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, another one.
Hedgehog.
Hedgehog. That's pretty cool. I like hedgehogs. Kind of like Sonic. Alright, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom because I'm sure I am way off the chat here. Oh, wait. There we go. Lots of questions down here. Mark Dibble says, has anyone asked how to get rid of Planaria yet? I seem to forget every 6 days. Mark Dibble, you're hilarious. Alright, so I guess we might as well go ahead and cover it for this Friday Night Live Q&A, because what's Q&A without the dosage of Planaria for worms. So if you have mystery or nearite snails, you do not want to use this, because anything that has a worm-like body can also be destroyed by Pan-Cure-C dog dewormer, which is a fenbendazole, and you use 0.1 grams per 10 gallons for 72 hours. Then you do a 25% water change. Then you repeat it for, people say 2 times. I usually do up to 4 times sometimes. And just to make sure it gets rid of it. Now, you're just being a menace. Dennis, you want to wear my hat?
I'm trying to make it the right way.
Oh, you want it the right way. There you go.
Yeah.
Represent Portland. The Greater Portland, Oregon Aquarium Society. Ken, for my buddy, Danikin. And all the awesome people up there I got to meet. Do miss going to the clubs. The fish clubs. We be clubbing at the fish clubs. Ron Harryman, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says thank you for the advice. Well, you are very welcome, Ron. I appreciate your support and your super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, that's creepy. You're gonna scare everybody. Knight Rider, which fish YouTuber inspired you to go on YouTubers? Or onto YouTube? So actually, funny story, the big reason why I'm on YouTube is the fact that Facebook banned me because they thought I was a spamming bot, because I would answer so many questions on Facebook groups, and I was in so many Facebook groups that they thought I was a spamming bot, and pretty much closed any like writing or any messaging I could do for people for first time 24 hours, second time 2 weeks. And there were so many people needing help. I had no way to answer them. There's no customer service for Facebook, so the only other outlet was YouTube. So that kind of forced me onto YouTube, and then I started getting into the whole YouTube scene. Before then, I never really had much of a YouTube account. I did have like an old video or a YouTube account for posting stuff on the forums like planettank.net and Aquaria Central back in the day, because you could host your videos and put them on the forums through there, which was only like a couple. They're actually still up too. One of them's really crazy. One of them's of a golden wonder killifish breeding with 2 SAE, Siamese algae eater fish, which is really, really, really odd. And I'm very glad I captured it. And not a lot of people have seen that video, but it is really neat. Oh, no, that's not good. That's scraping into the glass, bro. You don't want to scratch it. So careful. It's because you're pushing too much pressure on it. You see how your hand's pushing pressure on it? You don't want to push that pressure. There you go. Yeah, they're beautiful. You want these people to see these? Yeah, they should probably see these, huh? They are beautiful. Look at that. Can you guys see that? But I'm glad that it forced me here onto YouTube, and I wish YouTube would quit with its whole censorship ordeal. Seems like they're getting a little better, I don't know. But hopefully they don't mess up a good thing. And hopefully I'm able to stay here for a long time with you guys, which I don't see why not. Very cool. Jetty J says, Lucas, what's your best method on keeping your TDS down in your tanks? I feel like some of my tanks raise while others don't. So what happens is a lot of the time, it could be the types of plants in it. So especially like Reishi. Reishi is really good. Guppy grasses, some mosses, some stem plants. Pearlweed's good to help eat some of those minerals up. Oops. And helps stabilize all those minerals and lower that TDS because they're eating up some of those carbonates. But I use RO water. I really don't have any other way around it besides RO water. Because the way I keep all these different tanks, it's hard to just stabilize certain ones over others. So things have to be like a full system for me to even manage it. And sorry if I'm missing your guys' questions. Doing my best here. To read it all. Andy 70 VW Bus says, what does it mean if I grow mosses and hornwort like crazy, but stem plants just won't do much of anything? So more than likely you've got hard water. Just pretty much the same thing I was just talking about with the mineralization. Some plants like it more than others. Stem plants tend to often like softer water because of their plant structures and the way that they absorb their nutrients. So when you have that softer acidic water, it breaks down that mineralization that's in your water better than alkalytic or hard water, which alkalytic and acidic are in the same family, but hard and soft water is still different when it comes to TDS. So there's the three different hardnesses, GH, KH, and pH, which are all different types of hardnesses and structures of its properties. So what goes on is that alkalytic and acidity of the GH or KH, or a combination of both, can have an effect with the dissolvent of those minerals. Or well, the pH can actually have an effect with the dissolvent of the GH-KH minerals. I had that backwards. So just think as in if my water has too much structure, like so airlines, for instance, when you're running them through, as more physical hardness, more pH, which is also per hydrogen. So the molecular structure of the water, as building-wise, has more of a force on its coating, opposed to if it was a softer water that had less. And if that softer water can absorb more of that bicarbonate or carbonate to break it down, opposed to the hard water that just can't penetrate those nutrients and minerals to break down. And stem plants need that softness to help with that, or a good root feeding too, because when it does break it down and go into the substrate, that also counts too. And Thomas Glazer, thank you so much for the $5.55 super chat, throwing to the MTS fund, brother. I appreciate you, because as much as I thought my MTS was over, like I just realized it's starting to begin over and over. Because we were supposed to go to the island, supposed to move and do all that stuff, but I'm already thinking about rebuilding this. I'm already thinking about redoing the guest bedroom. Here next Friday, the garage is going to be different, and should be exciting because I'll have bigger tanks, more organized systems, and some cooler things that really just kind of coming from the need of what I've been doing and will be fresh for you guys. So if you haven't subscribed, you might want to do so if you're into this kind of stuff. Knight Rider says, how do I reduce pH swings and keep a low pH? I'm new to soft water. So I'm guessing your tap water is probably swinging it up with your high pH, or your airline is raising up your pH. So pH can also be a goose chase, because your pH can be up and it can be high, but it doesn't always mean that your water is that hard either. So you can still have soft water and a high pH. And that's just because of that hydrogen molecule that's being added into that air line, which can kind of give you a false reading and lead you on goose chases. So if you're really wanting to do soft water, you want to start with a soft water source. To do otherwise, if you just have hard tap water, you're trying to do soft water, it's a never-ending battle. You're always going to have those pH swings. The only way around that is to use some softer water by getting an RO system. It's definitely worth it, especially if you got hard tap, because then you can mix like half and half with your hard water and your RO water, which you can manipulate it to have any type of water that you want. That's actually what I can do with my tanks, since they're all plumbed up with a soft and hard water line. And I'll go through phases where I'll run nothing but hard water, let all the minerals run into here, and then I'll start seeing the calcium and stuff, bicarbonate, start building up on the tank. And then what I'll do is I'll start running softer water in through here, and that, since I run the softer water, that softer water will start eating up that mineralization and breaking it up into the plants. So the tanks and the fish and the plants, they can go through these transitions and cycles of the different hardnesses, pHs, temperatures and stuff, as long as it's nothing serious like big spikes. And that's what's happening when you do your water changes with the hard water, trying to have a soft water system, because you can have all that acidic stuff in there, but then it has to catch up with all that new water. That's what's causing you problems. So hope that helps. And Nurse Beckus, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, throwing out the rainbows. Yes, it is a very, very colorful tank, ain't it, Nurse Beckus? Glad to see you in here, and I hope you're doing well. I wonder if I can get over to the coal shrimp tank. Really need to get some water changes done. If Oddball Aquatics quit messing around, come change some water. Mains, tails, furs, and fins. Do you watch any fish tubers? I do watch fish tubers. A lot of you guys are my friends, and I believe in our community. I love our community, and I do watch many fish channels. I watch a lot of stuff, though. Fish channel is about this only rabbit hole I really stick in, though. Like, I go through lots of different rabbit holes, but they usually come and go. Aquariums will always be a rabbit hole I'll be stuck down forever. Chubbs Aquatics, thank you so much for becoming a new member. And new members have been getting first notification of new fish and stuff. Probably should have told you guys earlier, but I'm not the best salesman and I often tend to forget this kind of stuff. But I do have some killifish. I got a new creation type of guppy that I put on the website. I don't know if I told you guys all that. And many other plants. So if you look in the special buy section, the members have already known for like 3 weeks now. So I guess it's time to tell you guys. But there are a lot of new fish, a lot of new things within the special buy section. If you guys are looking for that homebred goodness, that you don't have to worry about all those diseases and other stuff that you get from imports and whatnot. Not that there's anything wrong with them, because we all need our fish or shrimp from one source or another. And home breeders aren't keeping up, so until then. Curtis Schindler, what are the big blue rainbows with the yellow fins? They are stunning. So these are the Goldii decai. Melanitania Goldii decai. One of my all-time favorites. I actually have a group of these breeding out right now, so I should have some babies here in about 6 to 8 months. That's the only thing with home breeding too, is it takes a long time to grow these out. But with the new systems I'm getting ready to throw into the garage, I'm planning on hopefully breeding them out a lot faster. What you doing? What are you... Oh, he's down there playing games. Just hanging out. Silly boy. Alright. Another new member, Gonzago. Thank you so much for becoming a member and for the support. Appreciate you. Appreciate all my members. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. Streetwise, thank you so much for the super chat. The $5 super chat says, thanks for continuing education and sharing your aquatic life. Well, thank you for the support and for helping me out and watching this. And if you guys really want to help me out, share like your favorite video with people in your Facebook groups or what helped you. And like, if the biggest thing you guys could do for me is just share me out, because a lot of people don't really realize that I'm here or what I've really done. And I've got an absorbent amount of knowledge with this hobby, even though you could spend 100 years doing this hobby, still not know it all. That's the beautiful part about it. But if we can make our homes better for fish and all the fish around, hey, sounds pretty good to me. But thank you all for your support. I appreciate all you guys here, whether you're just watching. Chris Pinto, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says, do you prefer drilled tanks or no? I just drilled a 20-gallon, 10-gallon for automatic water change system. Is a 10% water change twice a week too much for shrimp? I appreciate it, bro. So no, not at all. I wouldn't mind overflow systems, to be honest. Some of the tanks that I have or want to create actually will have some kind of overflow system, but mostly to do water changes super fast. Not really for automatic water change, but if you can set up an automatic water change system for yourself, yeah, definitely go for it, because you can focus more time on taking care of the fish, not so much the maintenance of the tank, which you'll still have to do some maintenance here and there. You'll still be required to scrape every once in a while. But, yeah, you'll get more time to spend on the shrimp. And also 10% for shrimp twice a week. It's not bad. Yeah, no, that's not bad at all, because that's only 20% a week. That's pretty good. I think you'll be pretty stable, actually, with that twice. Just a little addition. I think that's a good rate. I think it's a great rate. And I think you are on the right path. So thank you, Chris. I appreciate the support. And I hope that confirms your confidence. Once again, sorry if I'm missing your guys' questions here. One Dirty Platy says, LRB will mention the temperature question. Do you run different temperatures in your tanks? What are the benefits of the different temperatures, or any ideal temperature for different fish? So really, I usually run everything around 72, 76. What's it running in here? About 74 right now. And kind of hard to focus on there. That's 74 degrees in here now. Usually goes between 72, 76, depending on summer or winter time. And then in the fish room, or in the garage, where a lot of the other fish are, runs about 84 to 88 degrees. Now, I do prefer it to be more in the, like, higher 70s for fish. And it also depends on which fish, like bettas and angelfish. They're going to like that really hot water. Not always. They do like cooler water here and there, just because out in the wild it doesn't stay hot all the time. But I do try to keep it consistent. With the shrimp, they like cooler temperatures, and their metabolism goes a lot slower with the cooler temperatures. It means they don't burn out their colonies if the temperatures are higher. Only thing with higher temperatures are your fish are going to burn more calories faster. Their metabolism is going to go faster, so it can shorten their lifespan. I don't know if that's true. I know it is true with shrimp, but I can imagine the same philosophy could go with fish. But I don't know. And then, yeah, just know your fish. Know what kind of temperatures they're going to want. And then keep them accordingly. But for the most part, most fish are super tolerant to temperatures. It's just the big swings that'll screw them up. Big swings will cause problems. There's also certain waters too. If you keep certain waters like a higher temp tank, you're going to have different bacteria than you're going to have in a colder or cooler water tank. Same with a soft water tank or a hard water tank. So when you are transitioning those tanks, you gotta think about those things. Doo-doo-doo. Leo Contreras says, do rainbow fish need a lid anyway around it? So I have many tanks without them, and no problem with it. These guys have a lid just because these guys, a lot of these fish aren't easy to get. They're really, really hard to get, and I can't replace them. So, better safe than sorry. But if I like bred out of school, and I've already know I've trained them not to jump, then I don't worry about it. And that's about the only way to around it. Some people think it's mean. I don't see any problem with it. I think it's a way of teaching a lesson and to learn some understanding about the world they live in. But what I'll do is when I'm transferring them from tanks, I'll give them some time, because when you first catch them, they're like splashing everywhere. They're going crazy. Some people will hurry up running while they're all still splashing around and freaking out, and that actually can cause a lot of stress on their heart. Then if you just pull them out, let them do their little freak out, just stand there with them, don't move them around so they're not getting all jostled. And what will happen is they'll do their little spaz like, oh crap, he got me. But then they'll sit there, and then they'll figure out that, hey, they can't really do much anyways, and you know, out of the water's not where they want to be. And then they realize that, they tell their buddies, and that actually, believe it or not, helps keep them from jumping. I've been doing this for years. I know it works. It's not really mean to them. It gives them understanding of, hey, this is a process. Like, I got some breeders, they don't even care anymore. They're like, oh, let's do it. Let's on to the next tank. Take me away. Like, where they'll go into the net for me. They don't care. But with these guys, I'm just better safe than sorry. Same with the hill trouts and the barbs. But it's very, very rare that I'll have a jumper. Also, if another thing to think about too is the layout and where your fish tank is too. So if you have a tank without a top and rainbow fish in it, or some other fish that has a likeliness to jump, usually if they do, it's because they are spooked suddenly, and usually when the light's off. So if you come down here, the light's off, you cast a shadow, they think it's a predator, they freak out and they fly out the tank. That's about the only time. So if you're cautious around your tank, then they're less likely to spaz out and freak out and jump. That's how to tell if your fish are comfortable with you. Alright, scrolling. Freddie Villarreal says, what shrimp of yours do you recommend for someone new to shrimp? I have a pH over 8 and hard water. So any of my neocaridinias, whether it be red, blue, orange, or yellow, I mean, they all love hard water. A-Team, B-Team, Blue Dream. Some of you guys, if you guys seen my Instagram, I posted a bunch of clips of all the different colors of my shrimps on there if you want to see the colonies and stuff. But really, any of those neocaridinias, they all love hard water. My water's pretty hard here. Chris Pinto, thank you again for the support and the super chat, throwing down the $5. Says, can you give us a quick look on how you built your racks? I think I went way overkill on the support I needed. I'm ordering from you tonight. So, all the racks I built, quite a bit of them are different. I do have a few build videos and a whole playlist on these rack systems that I built. But it's always good to go overboard. So, I mean, I go overboard on mine. These are just 2x4s, 3 support, but that's 275s. That's 6 tens, so 12 tens. And then what, 5 20s and then 3 tens. 5 20s, 3 tens. But as you see here, I doubled up on the front line and the back line, even put mid supports. Even in the middle's got supports over there. This on the other hand, though, these were my first racks that I brought in here. And this one's actually a stand that was only this tall. And I drilled down these, I put some holes in between the studs here. And actually stuck a metal rod in here and then just popped this thing on top of it. Which this thing wasn't the best build. I do have it anchored into the wall though, because when I come in here, I'll nick this corner every once in a while, and it used to like shake the whole thing up. But now when I hit it, it's not such a big deal. But yeah, all these tanks need love. Green water guppies, they love it. You guys like the green water? They love it. Look at all these yellow shrimp. Galore. If I would throw some food in here, watch. I'm gonna throw these little pellets in here, and all those fish, all those shrimp will just go nuts on it. Check this out. This bristle nose. I just recently put this pump down here. Just kind of like, I don't know, clean it up a bit in here. Catch some of the excesses. Bristlenose made his own cave with the sand there. Volcano Guppies, those are back online. The Arctic Blues, these things are super rare. Get some color on them. They got that blue. If I can get a good light. I need to revert. I've been reverse engineering these Bloody Marys from a Blue Dream line. This is my black worm tank. It's full of black worms and crystal reds. Do need to do some window cleaning though. Alright. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, pellet in the shrimp tank. Then I'll get back to your guys' questions. Can I show my fire and ice guppies? Yes, I would love to. They're like my favorite guppy in the whole fish room. So, I will be glad to. These guys too. A lot of you guys don't know about these. The split tails. I don't know why these haven't been selling. These things are awesome. But these are like the little barley bits. These things go nuts for these. Put that there. We'll put some here at the cool shrimp tank. Is this coming through all right too? Because we're in the belly of the beast here. Usually the internet is gone and toasted by now. Ooh, look at that green. It is a fire green. So if you want to make green shrimp, mix yellow and blues. That's how you get your greens. Do you think Antlers are easier to breed than guppies? I wouldn't say one's easier than the other. I think they're all about the same. I do got a lot of them. I got a lot of them I haven't even told you guys about or released yet. I don't even know what these are. Just because I like to keep them for a while, see how they breed out, make sure they breed true before I offer them to you guys. I think Chattanooga Ed, did I see him in here? Oh, but yeah. He's the only one that has some of these. These things are awesome though. These guys. I think this was a mutation, a Muppy, Antler, and Guppy mix. I think that's what these guys were. These are red tigers. Ever seen red tigers? Those are super rare. Those things breed weird though, so I've never offered them. I keep a lot of these volcano guppies. If I had a flashlight on me, we'll come back and check them shrimp. These are awesome for rainbow fish. A lot of people have never seen maculosus rainbow fish. Alan Tooth, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. Alan Tooth 48. Sorry if I'm missing your guys' questions. You guys got me into the other fish room. I'm all busy looking at fish now. You can thank Chris for that one. Chris gave me that one question, gave me a good distraction. Want to make sure. Oh, Fish Room Fever, throwing down a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Saying the new platinum purple koi guppies are amazing. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying them. Yeah, Fish Room Fever picked up some of those platinum purple koi guppies, which is a mix between a platinum male guppy and a female black and red koi guppy. And they happen to breed out true 2 generations. So I know they're solid. So that's why they are up and they're new. And not many of them available either, so. Shelly updates. The Shellys are in the other room. We can't go in there. I'm gonna try to get back down to the bottom. Oh wait, we can't go into the garage because we're gonna wait for those shrimp. Let's see. I should have fed my other 40 gallons too with the fire reds. I can do that. Let me do that. I'm about at the hour mark anyways. Oh, fire. You want to see the fire nice guppies? Let's do that. Zoom, 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 zoom. Whoop, 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 whoop. Corkscrew valve. I did show that earlier in the live stream. This will probably be the last week it's up there. We'll see. I may be able to put some in another tank to help save some. There's a ton of fire nice guppies. That's why they're on sale. But if you see here, look at the females. The females have a lot of colors on them. The males are absolutely beautiful. The reason why they're called fire and ice is because you get this blue and red kind of sheen and coloring them onto them. Really neat. If I could just fix this glare, that'd be helpful. Here's a nice male. This thing is super female heavy, as you can see. That's half the battle sometimes with Antlers and Guppies, is just maintaining good ratios of male and female. But this is probably definitely my favorite guppy in the fish room, just because it's the one, as far as guppies, that just really takes my eye. This is next to the red platinums, the sapphire red platinums. I don't know. I think the white is what really catches my eye on those. And then more guppies. Guppies. Man, I really do got a lot of guppies. These are the black Moscows. That's a breeding group of Goldie-eyed Kai. Panda guppies are starting to finally kick back up. They did throw a couple wilds, but those long fins that this line has is just insane. Here's one of my favorite fish, the Procatopus similis. That guy right there, he's like a mix between a killie and a rainbow fish. Super fast. Some rummy noses. The blue Hawaiian guppies. I guess these are pretty famous. A lot of people like those. Haven't had any for a while. And then babies of all those fish that you've seen up there. I need to redo a fish room tour here soon. Sooner than later. We got killifish and stuff up here. Aquatics.com. Seeing beautiful killies. Lots of them. El Bennies. Alright, that's my QT section. So those guys are just getting quarantined in there. Yes.
Guess what?
What?
I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
I love you.
I love you too, buddy. Fish Whisperer Miles, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. Appreciate you, Fish Whisperer Miles. Where did I love you bunches, buddy. Where did I put that food? Oh, there it is. Let's get some more of this and put it into this. Since this, I'm glad the internet's actually working out for us. I bet they wish they can have that. What? Because Wesley, he's trying to interact. I'm gonna need more of that. All right, let me throw this over. What kind of platies do you keep? No platies. Your lack of taste in fish. LOL. Yeah, I really don't have much for platies. I do got the Berlin swordtails. Mollies, kind of like a platy. But really, I don't. Candy Overhaul says, how about a like spike at LRB Aquatics? I don't know. Can we do it again? Just like last week? Can we get a bunch of like spikes? Or a like spike? I guess that's how you do it. Hit the like button. Show me some love if you're liking this content. If not, I'm not telling you what to do. Some of you guys wanted to hit the down button last time. That's your prerogative. But, yeah. All right, we'll give those some time to add up the shrimp. Guillermo Escobar says, how do you help a rainbow red laser with fin damage on the lefto? So, sometimes they can grow back. Really, the best thing you can do is make sure that there's nice cycled water in there. So the more mature your water is, the better it'll be for your fin, because it can have a better skin coat to help with the restructure of the fin and to help fight from infections. Some people will use like Fritz Safeguard, or any of those like stress coat kind of medicines can help alleviate with that. Yes, Bubba.
I saw you on camera.
You did see me on camera on Mommy's thing?
You mean iPad?
Yeah. All right. That's not very nice, Bubby. All right, scrolling, make sure I didn't miss any super chats there. Thought I missed something earlier. Alan 2, thank you so much for $1 super chat and the support. I thought I saw something out there earlier. There's a lot of you guys in here. All right, here we go. We got some shrimp collecting up. You can see the yellows there. Very cool, Wesley. Some of the yellows. Here's some of the coals starting to finally come up. So when you guys get coals, they're not like just brown shrimp or anything. You actually get really neat. The coal groups are like the scriddle groups. We're over the hour mark, so I will answer what questions I see, but I can't get to them all, obviously. Do you have a favorite color Neo shrimp? Not really. It's too hard to pick, because I see some really cool ones. Definitely some of my coals are my favorite. I didn't put any food in there, did I? Whoa! Oh, crap. Here, you're gonna hit this. He's a wild child tonight. Whoop!
Okay.
What do you think about this shrimp, bub?
Good Lord, I need help.
You need help with what?
Give me back up.
Ah. Alright, Morgan H, thank you so much for the support. Says, just wanted to say that your videos have helped me loads. You're welcome. Since I first got in the hobby, thank you for being you. Well, thank you, Morgan H, for being you and for helping me out and for the support, because without your guys' awesome support, I could not be doing this. So I feel definitely blessed and definitely thankful to be here, to be able to obtain this knowledge to share with you guys. So thank you. Man, they are being slow about eating.
Daddy, where are you?
I'm right here, but here's the reds.
Wow.
They're being slow about eating though. Usually the pile's up. If you want to see them all, go to my Instagram where they're all piled up. It's really cool. You can see most of the colony that way and see how solid these lines are. So if you haven't hit me on Instagram, do that. I did post on my YouTube stories too. I don't know if you guys all catch those YouTube stories. Maybe one day I could actually do an edited video for you guys. Hopefully sooner than later I will get back to that position to do so. It's just been crazy with everything around here. But here soon. And I could also add those clips into some of those videos, like at the beginning or end or whatever. But I'm gonna hop off here. I gotta feed the rest of these fish. You gonna help me feed fish, Bubby?
No.
No? What are you gonna do?
I don't know, but look at me.
I see you. You're so tall.
Yeah.
So tall. But yes, next Friday, hopefully this will be up sideways, and also he's bringing me a 215-gallon tank to put down here we'll have a tank that fits this whole rack size, which is like 61 by 47, I believe. And one tank that'll fit down there, so I gotta remove all that. Gotta get all this dirt out before then and get my platforms built. But I'm excited for that, so next Friday, I mean, I guess you guys are more than likely gonna get a sneak peek of it. And that's what you guys, yeah, you guys will get a first look then. Like pretty much right after it's done. No edited video, none of that jazz, no waiting. And yeah, if you want to check that out, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button before you go out. That would be appreciated.
Yeah.
And what do you say, Wesley?
Do it now in 1 second.
You do it now in 1 second, like and subscribe?
Yeah, in 1 second.
In 1 second, should they share it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, because sharing's caring, right? Yeah. All right, teamwork makes the dream work. Yep, till next time, everybody, I appreciate you all. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you on the next one. Oh.